Welcome, welcome. How is everyone? Can you hear me okay? Yes, loud and clear? At the back? All right, welcome to Paris. So I think I'm just waiting for a sign that we're going live and broadcasting the second regional final in Paris for the second year in a row. With for the Startup World Cup, obviously, but because we are all in the football World Cup spirit, thinking maybe we could at least for the French nationals. Start the national anthem to really show our guests from Morocco, Algeria, the States, where they stand today, and we're very, very proud to support Les Bleus. Who is launching with a good singer? Who do we have? We have like some male, female. Who is launching? Paul. Allons prendre la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Okay, now got your attention. Welcome to Le Village. Le Village by CA for the second edition. My name is Leo Donès, your host tonight. Very, very happy to see you all here, enjoying the air conditioning. For those watching live, you can't imagine the heat wave we're having in Paris today. We all, exhausted from already 2 days at VivaTech, but really, really buzzing and happy to celebrate some of the best startup France, has seen this year. So I'll be your MC today. We have, a number of partner, co-organizer speaking as well, and I'll introduce, my company and offer a bit later on. But today, actually, we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of our network, Startup and Angel. So 10 years ago, as standing in Sydney, for the first edition of an event like this one, picking 6 entrepreneurs, and really the vision was to put the light on people who give their life to build business and basically to save the world's biggest problem. So I'm very, very happy to be here 10 years later, obviously organizing the Startup World Cup in my home, or my second home, and last night actually my company, my network, we organized the Startup World Cup in Sydney, Australia. So I thought was fantastic opportunity to be here, standing on the 18th of June in Paris as well, which is a very symbolic date for the French citizen, l'appel de 18 juin, pour ceux qui n'ont pas la ref. But first, I'd like to thank our host and co-organizer, Le Village. Are you coming? Say a few words. Yes, please. So Sophie is the head of strategy and operations of Village by CA.
Thank you. Wow, so many people here. Good evening, everybody. Very happy to have you here today at Le Village by CA Paris. So for those of you who don't know me, I guess nobody knows me because I've been in the village since 4 months now. So I'm a new a baby of the village. So I'm head of operations and strategy at Le Village. We are the Parisian accelerator from the biggest network of startup accelerators in Europe, the network of Le Village by CA. We have around 50 villages across France, Italy, Belgium, Luxembourg, with 2 main activities. On the one side, we accelerate startups, scale-ups. We connect them with corporates, with investors, with partners. So we really have this mission of helping the prettiest, not the prettiest, but the most impactful businesses to grow and thrive in France, in Europe with our network of partners. And on the other side, we have an innovation studio. So we help corporate groups to learn from the best practices of the startups and to bring these practices, what they do the best as a startup. So test and learn, iterate, fail, but do it again and do it better. And we help corporate groups to take this kind of innovation patterns within the organizations, and then we connect them with our startups. And this is the virtual loop that we are trying to implement. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for the organization. Have a great evening. Thanks for the pitches in advance. May the best win, and see you afterwards for a drink.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And that the second year in a row, we're organizing it here. It's amazing space. Fully today with our event, you'll be able to travel through the space, from downstairs, where it's probably the coolest at the moment. Upstairs, we will have the...
But before we do that, I have a quick video for you, so you kind of see what's happening at the grand finale, or at least what happened at the grand finale the last year.
Startup World Cup Grand Finale 2025. Who's excited to be here? Speakers, panel discussions, and pitch presentations, and of course the main event that we've all been waiting for, to see which regional winner will walk away with the $1 million investment prize.
This is the 7th season of Startup World Cup. Special thanks to all of our sponsors worldwide. This will not be possible with the help of the regional partners we have in 130 countries and regions.
It is the moment we've all been waiting for. Grand prize winner who's going to walk away with $1 million. Core Shell Technologies from East Bay, California. Core Shell to the stage. Woo!
So that's Startup World Cup. We have a trophy tonight as well, so that's great. And let me just, one more thing, because you saw that a company from California actually won last time. That's true. And no, it's not the way that 130 countries are sending their startups to San Francisco and then somebody from California wins. That's not the case. I think it's our 9th edition now or so. So we had 2 US winners, but all the other ones were not from the US. We had actually 2 from Japan, for example. We had 1 from Vietnam. We had 1 from Canada. What we have not had yet was a European winner. Yeah, so that's a problem. And part of my role is also to change that, right? So let the games begin. Thank you so much, and look forward to great pitches.
Thank you so much for coming to Paris, and you'll be the one handing this trophy in about an hour. We all depends on obviously the judges and the quality of the pitch. So I'll just probably not introduce all of you extensively, but yeah. So in the jury we have a good mix of obviously investors, partners. Just name Angela. Really, who's been partnering with us since last year. Angela is currently the country director for France for Women in Tech, involved in many other hats. Make sure you connect with Angela today. Olivier Barou will have, who is the president of Paris Business Angels, will actually be the chair of the jury, so he'll have the final word. So make sure he's got big arms, so you won't be able to twist them. Romain is the team lead from for investment managers at Blast Club. So it'll be also very on point with the selection. Alexandre, just here from Airwallex, the sales manager and country lead for Airwallex in France. Paul from Madines, or media partner, official media partner for our edition in France, Morocco. Salim from Plug and Play Ventures, and we had actually quite a number of your company applying for the Startup World Cup. Nicolas, we heard from Dell Technology. Sophie, who actually was part also of the judges, going through the almost 100 applications we had for this edition. And Pierre, who is also the co-founder of Oval Innovation, also my co-founder for InnoTalent, or recruitment business in EMEA. Okay, so we've got a great lineup. They all have been briefed, so it's the same evaluation matrix that is used all over the world for the Startup World Cup. And as Martin showed you the video, gave you the vibe. So I was in San Francisco last year, and I think that obviously we'll be very, very proud to send the best startup today to the US. But with our organization and our network, we also want to be able to facilitate the trip for more entrepreneurs. So if you want to come on the journey, we'll probably have a delegation around that. Madines said, I think Maxence is very, very keen to come as well to San Francisco again. So assuming if we can all get a visa, we'll all be in San Francisco early November, okay? So without further ado, we'll have 10 finalists, okay? So we have a good mix, all, solving different problems, various stage of maturity. We actually have 5 medtech. So yeah, we want you to discover them. You will actually get a chance to give them feedback, if I'm not mistaken. No. So at the end of all the pitches, we'll have the public choice, and you will get a chance to give feedback to all the startups. Please do so. Good, bad, ugly, feedback is really gold. All these founders, they've worked very hard on their pitch. Some of them is their first pitch in English, okay? But yesterday I caught up with Benedict from Allergen Alert, who actually didn't win in Aix-en-Provence last year, and that really changed her trajectory. So she's now close to 4 million euro. She's been on TV. She won 5 awards at the CES Las Vegas, okay? So just by pitching, doing this exercise, in front of you, kind of changed her journey. And she told me that at VivaTech yesterday, between 2 interviews. So big round of applause to encourage our 10 finalists, please. Good luck all. May the best pitch win. And now we'll call Chris from Yana. We'll put a little timer. So remember, 4 minutes, okay? And then for the judges, 2 minutes Q&A, okay? So short questions so we can have good explanations, okay? Down to go. Down to go. Down to go, okay. You ready? Welcome on stage. See.
Hello, my name is Chris Bellamy. I'm an engineer, a scientist, and an athlete. I should have been the pinnacle of health, but I wasn't. I had huge dental cavities, I had digestive problems, and I was pre-diabetic from all of the sports nutrition that I was eating. We worked with the University of Caen, and we surveyed 600 athletes, and we found that 3/4 of athletes think that sports nutrition tastes disgusting, they think it's unhealthy, and they want some kind of savoury, real food to eat. And so we've launched a new generation of sports nutrition. They're savoury purees cooked in the south of France from real food ingredients. This might seem basic. It took 3.5 years of intense research and development to launch this product. And it may seem like a crazy idea, but the traction has been remarkable. In the 9 months since we launched, we've sold more than 50,000 products. We are funded by the BPE and we're labeled a deep tech program. We have had more than 250 reviews and our average rating is 4.97 stars. The traction we have is absolutely amazing. But what are we? We're a delicious, nutrient-rich energy on the go. That might sound really simple, but this is why it's working so well. For athletes who are sick of energy gels, they are our beachhead market. That's who we're targeting to start off with, and they love us. We're an absolute revolution. But beyond that, we're a more convenient and more delicious form of real food that people can eat on the go. We're better than bananas. We're a healthier version of a snack. And actually, a lot of people are saying that we're going to become the next real food Huel. And why are we winning? Well, it's because we're taking a more human approach to performance. Traditional sports nutrition treats the human body as a machine. It treats your body like an engine. You pour in fuel and energy comes out. But we're not engines. We are living organisms. We have a microbiome. We have a metabolism. We are complex living beings. And when we start to treat our bodies like living things, when we start to optimize for health, performance comes naturally after that. And so we're building a completely new category. We are more tasty and more healthy than the existing sports nutrition market. We are more delicious and more convenient than the existing real food market. And this is the space that we are owning, and we want to build out that entirely new category. So who's the team behind this? You know me, I'm here. In the last 15 years, I've filed more than 15 patents across the automotive, apparel, and footwear industry. And I firmly believe that food is the next big innovation that we need as a society. My co-founder here, Anouk Grau, she's a former professional athlete. She's now a chef and nutritionist. She cooks for one of the best bike teams in the world. And she also has her own Swiss TV show. And like all good athletes, we have an amazing support crew with people who have worked for global sports brands like Shimano and helped support our operations and logistics with people like Goldman Sachs. And so what do our numbers look like? Our D2C traction in just 9 months is quite remarkable. Our return on marketing spend is improving every single month. Our average order value is increasing rapidly. And this is because everyone who tries us, it changes their approach to sport and they want to make us part of their daily routine because they learn that being healthy is a foundation of performance. We have more than a 70% gross margin, and we think that just this initial product range is going to generate 3.6 million euros in revenue by 2028. But we're not just going to stop there. The entire world is hungry. We think that France is the natural leader to lead this real food nutrition revolution. But the British, where I'm obviously from, the market is 10 times larger than in France. That may say something about our taste in food. The US market is 200 times bigger than the French market. This is a global problem because we have a society where there are more people who are obese than they're malnourished. And sports for us is just the start line. We've been inundated by requests from the medical and elderly nutrition space, and we're raising to scale our marketing and invest in our research and development. And so, very quickly, YANA is an acronym for You Are Not an Astronaut. And it's because we believe that athletes shouldn't have to eat space food and that we need to look after this planet because we've got two major crises at the moment. One is human health and one is an environment.
Thank you.
I have a question actually. How would you describe your unfair advantage? I guess there are many competitors on your markets, so France, UK, and the US. How would you describe your unfair advantage compared to what already exists?
Our unfair advantage comes from the founding team. We're a remarkable team of people who are blending science and gastronomy. And by mixing these disciplines of sport, biotechnology, and gastronomy, we're taking a completely fresh look on the food market. Fortunately, we don't just have the science, but we also have the creative firepower, because as much as this is a technical problem, it's also a human problem. Our food industry has conditioned us to want certain grams of protein. It's conditioned us to aspire to reduced, simplified, ultra-processed and sugary foods. And so, yes, we need to invest in the science and the technology to create these amazingly bio-nutritionally available real foods, but we also need the creative power to convince people to change how they think about food. And that's the real power that we have.
Thank you very much.
I have not too many questions. First is like, how do your clients know about you? Then is, how do you manage distribution, and how many units do you need to sell to get to 100 million in revenue?
So our clients find out about us a lot through press and PR. As you saw, we've had coverage in Vogue, in GQ, a lot through word of mouth, because our customers become real ambassadors for us when they taste the product. And we also have an incredibly strong performance marketing team. And as you can see from the metrics, that's scaling rapidly. Your second question was?
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much, Chris. Well done. Okay. So we'll leave. Come. We still have few seats in the front row. 2 here, 2 over there, next to Martin. It's okay. So I'll have 10 more seconds for the judges, and I will call Marie, the co-founder and CEO of Fair Patterns. Where are you, Marie? No? We're looking for Marie. Marie? Fair Patterns. Welcome. Welcome on stage, Marie.
Thank you. That's okay, I'll speak on this mic.
Yes.
Perfect. Let me just put my phone. All right. Excellent. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today. Is that normal? Okay, let's do this again. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. Every single day, billions of people open apps, sites, social media designed to work against them. Fake countdown timers, hidden unsubscribe buttons, dopamine loops engineered to create compulsion. You've all experienced it. Your phone knows how to make you scroll endlessly without realizing. Your favorite app knows how to make you buy services you never meant to buy. And now AI agents know how to make you dependent on them. We built Fair Patterns to change that, because humans deserve better. Our multimodal AI finds and fixes manipulation in digital products. Now, these are not our numbers. 97% of sites containing dark patterns, that the source is the European Commission, not us. AI safety researchers established that all LLMs currently on the market, with no exception, not even Mistral, contain AI dark patterns. There's a scientific consensus. Even Google DeepMind's researchers have established that manipulation in AI is a severe risk. And now there's a price to pay which is mounting. TikTok, Amazon, Fortnite, billions of fines, but more importantly, 10,000 of class actions currently pending on both sides of the Atlantic. And for the first time in history, Meta and YouTube are beginning to settle these cases, because what they created is a defective product, which, by the way, is illegal. So what you're seeing here is actually our dashboard. Let's take the first example. It's the first detection case. It's an agent that tells the user, if you don't upgrade today, you could lose all your progress and data. Well, that's 3 manipulation techniques in one single sentence. And that's 2 legal violations at least. Section 5 of the FTC Act, that's in the US, and Article 5 of the AI Act here in Europe. Well, we've got a fix, instant. we block the manipulation and we change the wording into a balanced and compliant answer from the agent. And that's the FAIR pattern. Now let's look at the other example. It's a checkout that turns the user into unwanted subscription. Okay, I'll be quick. We have a fix for that. We have a pre-made compliant design. So we replace the screen, the actual design, by the compliant design. Find, fix, create. That's the full loop. And that's actually all companies in need currently of fixing this don't have a tool, but they now have an obligation to do it. We've been on the market only for, since January, early January. We've got traction, $320,000 and a $11.9 billion market to conquer. We have clients in the US already and in the EU. HP, Wolters Kluwer, leading international law firms. And again, companies are in need of fixing this and have no tool to do it currently. We're 3 founders, currently covering 3 continents, combining big law, as far as I'm concerned, MIT, Jerry in Boston, and Sundar with a PhD in AI ethics. We're currently raising $3 million to capture the momentum. I just heard today that we have 500K committed, so I'm happy. And just to conclude, all products have, every device has an antivirus. All digital products will have a FAIR pattern. Be part of the solution. Join us. Thank you.
Thank you. 2 minutes for Q&A. Up.
Yes.
Thank you. The line between persuasion or persuasive design and manipulation is very thin, blurry. How do you set the line, and what is your liability exposure if the AI gets it wrong?
Right. So actually, the line is not blurry. The difference is choice architecture and exploitation of cognitive biases at scale. And the law actually draws a very clear line. That's why, for example, Article 5 of the AI Act explicitly prohibits AI dark patterns. That's written in the text, which is now code. So the line is not blurry at all. And I think that some companies have an interest in saying that it's blurry, but actually it's not.
Thank you very much for the presentation.
Sure.
2 quick questions. The first one, could you elaborate further on the competition landscape?
Sure.
And also to come back maybe on the business model, because I didn't really understand where the revenue was coming from.
Okay, sure. So in terms of competition, we believe that the market we're on is a combination of AI safety and AI governance, $11.9 billion, combining the US and the EU, because we're already playing on both in both countries. In terms of revenues, we have an ARR model, so it's a subscription based, and we've got 2 categories of clients. Companies on the one hand, and the business case for them, the use case is basically digital audits. They can't currently audit manually all of their digital properties, and even when they know they have dark patterns or addictive design, they don't know how to fix it. So we fix that problem at scale for a fraction of the cost they would have to pay lawyers, for example. Our second category of clients are precisely law firms, so they can supercharge their digital audits with our tool and still, price the how they want, and also packaged evidence for strategic litigation.
Thank you, Marie. Well done. Okay, and I think he's behind the door. Niall. We'll call Niall. I'll let you 20 seconds to finish voting. So, this. From here? Yes.
Yes. Great. Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity. I would like you to think about the skin. It's an amazing technology. It is the interface between us and our environment. It senses and communicates with everything surrounding us, and it protects us from infection. Then think about everything we send inside our body, all medical devices. We send them completely naked. So we create an unnatural interface between the tissues and the devices, which can lead to irritation, inflammation, and also infection. And this is a growing problem, particularly the infection part, because antibiotic resistance is one of the biggest threats for the healthcare industry. And our dependence on medical devices, particularly wearable devices and implantable devices, is a growing subject. So we believe that it is not just the better devices that will save the healthcare. It is also better interfaces that is suitable for the biology. And in Sparta, we develop biointelligent interfaces. You can think of this as a secondary skin for the medical devices. These are biologically active interfaces that can protect, communicate, and interact better with the biological systems. And we call this concept biointelligence. What we mean by biointelligence? Nature has spent billions of years to develop very active molecules, but these have been, through evolution, developed in different species. They are completely diverse from each other. So at this moment, with artificial intelligence, we can take these molecules together and create microsystems that are much more performing and much more active than anything that can come from the nature. And this is something also in line with the sustainability, because we base ourselves only on the biomedical biopolymers that can be easily degraded. So at the moment, we are focused on hospital-acquired infections. So we have antimicrobial interfaces based on these modalities, which can be used directly on different medical devices on any kind of surface and geometry. And currently, we are trying to improve this in the way that it can be applied in other sectors. And this vision at the moment is becoming a reality. Currently, our technologies are being industrialized in multiple sectors, including medical devices, wound care, ophthalmology, and healthcare packaging. Our first licensed product will be available in US in 2027. They are advanced wound care products. And our own dermocosmetic platform, Ionaspis, will be commercial at the end of the year, which is used in the growing market of wearable devices to prevent irritation and prevention of infection. Devices such as glucose sensors and insulin pumps. And this is not where we would like to start. We would like to expand this platform to have additional properties, including guiding the healing, improving the immune responses, so that we have better interaction between the human body and the devices we develop. Because up to now, we always try to develop new machines, better machines, but we also should focus on how we can develop better interfaces. Because the future of the medical device is not just smart technologies, it is also technologies that understand biology better. Thank you.
Timing. We have more time for questions.
I have one. Could you walk us through the regulatory paths you have? I imagine you have to CE mark or FDA approval in the long path.
For the wearable devices, we are in the dermocosmetic regulatory pathway, so we are obtaining the dermocosmetic part. For wound care, we are in class 2A because it is being applied on the already existing product, so it will be a 510K. For implantable devices, it is class 3 or combined product. We already had these discussions with that. There, it will need more clinical work. That's why we are trying to phase it like this so that we have enough money for each step.
Sorry.
Could you develop more your marketing approach and how you plan to develop revenue or yeah?
We have two lines of revenue. First one is B2B. We develop customized coatings for the medical device companies. We have contracts with Hartmann, Johnson & Johnson, Laboratoire Thea. So that's one line which is currently active. We are commercially active there. Endpoint is a license so that we get royalty income. And the second one, specific products. In dermocosmetics, we have a product called Protect Iron for use during the operation. So that will be a medical device. So we are going to develop in these two lines. first in Europe and then in US.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the company history? Like, when did you guys
Sure.
start? Like, what have you accomplished so far? And when it comes to the logos you mentioned, could you like tell us a bit more about the status of the relationship? Are they like paid, unpaid?
Of course. We started in 2019. We come from an EU project between University of Strasbourg and Harvard. And since then, we were the laureate of ERC Accelerator. We have developed multiple products, improve our patent base. And from the logos, with Hartmann, we have a license. At the moment, it is being industrialized. It is in the factory right now. It will be commercialized in US in 2027. And with Mentor and Depuis Synthèse, we have done the preclinical work. We are moving towards the regulatory pathway. So they're all paying clients.
Make sure you check out Nia's tie. You'll recognize where it's from. Okay, do we have Henry? No, from Concrete. Welcome, the fourth startup. Huh? Welcome on stage. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Henry Buneau, co-founder and CEO of Concrete. Concrete is a platform that revolutionizes one of the oldest industries in the world. Not the most famous, not the sexiest either, it's the industry of aggregates. Aggregates are all the bulk raw materials such as sand, gravel, and rocks. It's the second largest market by volume just after water. We started to commercialize concrete in 2024, and so far we are doing great. We have 20% of growth monthly thanks to a huge KPI. 70% of our monthly revenues only come from pure stickiness, repeat buying. We are moving in a huge, very huge industry because you have problems at every step of the process. First, you have to know that this is a very local industry, right? If you have two different construction projects 20 kilometers apart, you need to find new suppliers for both of them because transportation costs a lot and doubles every 30 kilometers. So you need to find new suppliers again and again. It's very slow, very opaque. Then we are in 2026. We can't have businesses still running on papers and calls. If you can't have your salesman by phone before noon, you won't be delivered tomorrow. And finally, we are in 2026 again. We are not tracking anything in this industry. We know precisely where a baboon is on a scooter, but nobody knows where the truck is with 30 tons of gravels and 10 people waiting for it. I don't speak even about analytics because there is none. That's why we created Concrete, to end the Stone Age. It's like a Uber Eats. You put your construction worksite address. We compare instantly hundreds of suppliers. You have your instant quotes. We can deliver you in 2 taps in 24 hours throughout France, thanks to our 3,000 suppliers and our own bulk freight exchange. Everything is tracked. You know when your delivery is scheduled. You know when it's done, everything on the app. So the KPI we monitor the most are those. I want just to talk about the GMV. So this month we will hit around 900K of GMV, euros, out of what we take a commission. So a take rate of approximately 15%. Then we want to put live subscriptions for buyers, suppliers, and carriers, okay, for advanced features. Then, because we know that carriers and suppliers can sometimes run low on cash, we want to make them sometimes have the invoice paid before the due date. We take a cut on that. Finally, it's all about AI. So as I told you, second largest market by volume just after water, 95% of it is delivered by road, okay? And we have an international problem. 1 out of 2 bulk trips are made empty, right? So we created a bulk freight exchange. It's flexible, it's scalable, but we want to put AI to cut empty runs. If we are able to cut empty runs by 10% or 20%, it's pure productivity gains that we can take as a revenue, or we can lower the price, beat the competition, have more volume and more optimization. So about the outlook, we did 3 million last year, 12 million this year, and in 2030, we want to hit 210 million euros. We are already delivering construction work sites in Belgium, but we want to make it official in 2027 and opening one new European country every 8 months. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the presentation. Quick question. I understand the market is pretty fragmented and local. How do you make sure with your customer acquisition strategy that you can scale up the way you want?
There is nothing on this market. Like, we are the only one doing LinkedIn automation, emailing automation, SEO, SEA. Nobody does it. It's a market that is demand-driven because you have so many carriers and suppliers, so you just have to focus on the buyers. And how we manage to open France that quick, it's because, you know, when it's marketplace, it's always the egg and the chicken. Sometimes you can simulate the offer or the demand. That's how we manage to open France that quick, and that's how we want to replicate it in all the European countries.
Thanks for the pitch. How about the team and the background?
Sure. So we are 3 co-founders. We met each other in Paris. We are 2 from the growth marketing industry. That's how we managed to have this huge growth. And the other one is from Legal Place. He was a product builder at Legal Place. It's our CTO. We are young. We are not from this industry. And I think that's how we manage to get this growth, is because we analyze everything. We listen, and we know from an outside eye that it's not wrong. It can't be possible in 2026 to have businesses running like this. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay, are we with the judging? More time. Everyone enjoying the pitch today? Yes? We got some good French and even international French founders. Very, very exciting and very diverse also, which is what, you know, Startup and Angel and I suppose the Startup World Cup is all about. Okay, so startup number 5, I call up. Welcome, Manel. Welcome, Manel from my double.
Thank you, Leo. Okay. Hi, everyone. Let's talk about babies and children health. So, 40% of emergency room visits and hospitalization for babies between 0 to 5 years old are due to cardiorespiratory syndromes. And what we know is that 6 to 24 hours prior to any clinical deterioration, we can observe that the vital sign, and especially the heartbeat and the breathing, are abnormal. So this is why many tools have been developed to monitor the vital sign of the babies. Unfortunately, until this day, all these tools are using sensors, they are contact-based, and they are also using accessories, which mean that they are intrusive for the baby. They give 20% of false results. Why? Because they depend on the behavior of the baby. If he's stressed, the results are false. So clearly today we have to move on with the AI, and this is why we decided as My Bubble Health to launch Bebescope. We are currently developing Bebescope. Bebescope is the first AI-powered software that transforms any camera into a vital sign monitoring system without any sensor or any wires. Our technology can, in 1 minute, our technology can, as part of the baby face of a baby, so a face of a baby, to extract the heartbeat and the breathing instantly in real life, wherever the position of the baby, wherever his skin tone, wherever the lighting of the room, and wherever his behavior. Our technology is really easy. It's in real time instant. Our technology as well is completely locally processed, which ensure 100% of privacy and sovereignty of the data. Our business model is pretty simple as well. It's a B2B first business model. We are targeting hospitals, obviously, maternity wards, emergency rooms. We want to ensure early detection and simpler follow-up, no congestion in a hospital, and as well a faster triage. So here, the model is revenue-based on a annual license model. Then after having all these advocates in hospitals, because this is what we want, a medical grade solution, we will go into the B2B2C with the telemedicine, telehealth, and the parents to ensure peace of mind. And obviously it will be a monthly subscription plan. Our team is here supporting me tonight. They are all here. We have the best team. In 2024, we raised 1 million euros in order to hire the best of the best. They are all experts in AI, clinical, regulatory, quality, data protection, obviously, and engineering. We are supported by an amazing ecosystem, and specifically l'École Polytechnique. And our roadmap is pretty clear. The milestone this year is to finalize the validation with all the clinical partners that we have. We have 5 hospitals working with us. And later on, start the regulatory process for the ambition to have the medical device approval, class 2A, by end of 2027 and start commercializing. Here in France, then in Europe, and obviously the FDA afterwards next year. So we believe with My Bubble Health that every child should have the best and deserve the best monitoring system without any contact. And we believe for access. We believe that worldwide, NGOs, doctors, parents can have with their smartphone immediately the heartbeat, the breathing, the oxygen, the jaundice, anything that can reassure them or detect earlier what they have. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for my voice. What is the first feedback you have from this hospital?
So we have clearly amazing feedback because they contact us to work with us. So we are starting a lot of studies because there is this babies in France that is early discharge. So parents want to go back home with their babies after like 48 hours. We can do it, but they cannot monitor their babies at home. So basically our system allow that. We have doctors contacting us for babies that have some issues or after surgery or before surgery from 0 to 5. They want to follow up at home. So they contact us to do some studies. So basically, yeah, we have a nice welcome from the hospital and healthcare professionals. Thank you.
What about competition?
It's an excellent question. So we have competition. Obviously, the competition, it's more at home, with devices that are clearly, the one that you put on the baby phone. For all parents here, I don't know if there is many. You put a baby phone to check out. But the thing they are wellness devices, never tried in clinical research, I think, because there is all this barrier at the entry that you see, all these studies and the amount of money that you have to raise. So we decided to go this way in order to tackle this and be the first to market that. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you go about scaling this from one hospital to many, and then how much can you get in terms of average contract value per hospital?
To be completely transparent and honest with you, the biggest sales for us will be the parents, will be the B2C. Clearly, let's be clear. But in order to reassure the parents and the B2C, as a mom and everyone, we need something that is like a thermometer. You believe in your thermometer when your kid is 40. So you have to believe that it's the heartbeat and the breathing, and it's exactly clinically used by your doctor. So this is why for us, it's a step ahead. For doctors are advocates, we are clearly wanting to work with them. We want them to be advocates. And when they see the pediatrician using this, they will automatically use it. Thank you.
Thank you. I've done a mix to connect with MamaBox. I think MamaBox from Morocco. I think there are some great synergies. Okay, so now do we have Guillaume from Impulse? Yes, welcome on stage, Guillaume. A big thanks to Enzo as well in my team doing the timekeeping. Welcome on stage. What do you want? So this one, you go down, okay?
Okay.
one or this one?
I prefer this one.
Okay, so then go a bit closer. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
So,
hello. 3 years ago, UFA launched. Sorry, it's my starting point. B-Train Save Life campaign to 100,000 fans to get CPR skills. Okay, because when someone drops, whether it is in a football stadium or anywhere else, it is always an unfair emergency for the witness, because you have only 3 minutes to understand what happens, to call the emergency 15, to start CPR, and to find a cardiac defibrillator. Do you know where is the next defibrillator is here? That's a problem. And most people in the companies don't know. They don't know why. Because today's defibrillator, they are not enough, because they are too expensive. And moreover, most of them are not well maintained. And most people are afraid to use them. Who is not afraid to use a defibrillator? We have created the world's smallest defibrillator, but not only smallest, easiest too. This is our prototype. We have tested with more than 80 people. In less than 30 seconds, they understand and they use it correctly. You just have to remove the pads and stick on the bare chest, and that's an automatic cardiac defibrillator, which is as powerful as the big ones, which can last 5 years with batteries inside, which has 2 patents, and very easy to use. We are in a market of defibrillator, which is a 4.2 billion market in Europe and the US, but we are adding a new market of 2 billion because we could replace the existing, but we could add more. We could add more in bags, with the sport coaches. We can with electrical teams in work sites, with the military, with the policemen, with the public transport. So our 2 main letters of intent are professionals facing dangerous situations and professionals coaching sports, whether football, running. And we will sell at 290 euro plus a 35 euro per month subscription for the market. So we will work with distributors to scale rapidly. We will start by 5,000 in 27 to 100,000 in 2030 from France, Europe, Morocco, and then the US. We are a team. I am an engineer. I am a volunteer rescuer I've been a volunteer rescuer for more than 15 years, and I have partnered with a cardiologist, with an expert in defibrillators, and we are today raising 700,000 euro to get to the CE marking. Today we still have to do with that. We have to finalize the casing, and then we have to get the CE marking. We have already chosen our notified body. Everything is planned, so it will be. We will get the CE mark in end of 27. That's it. So I have a last sentence. Together, if you join us, let's make every witness not a depressed for the rest of his life, but a lifesaver.
I have a question just on the clinical studies you have. What are your results and what is the path you have on the clinical side and science side?
We are doing the same thing as the big ones. The same shock, same power, same shape of curve, exactly the same. And we have tested it in lab and proven that. So there's no clinical proof anymore. We just have to qualify our electrodes, preclinical testing on animals. That's okay.
On the business model, why a subscription fee?
Because it's all-inclusive, because we will cover the replacement of electrodes, replacement of battery, continuous training,
distant monitor, preventive maintenance. So it's service, first reason. Second reason, it is because it is the existing model. Today, the distributors, they have a subscription model to their client. So we will take the same model.
And how do you position yourself in terms of pricing versus the more classic ones?
We are among the lowest. 35 per month is very low. Today, company, they pay 35 to 90, even more euro per month. But our main, that's it. We are very low, and so we are discussing today with big distributors. For instance, I can name them Safe Life, which has a big market in Europe and the US, and they are very interested because we are very competitive and very different from what it does exist, even from what is coming from China. Because everyone is trying to reduce, but no one has thought of simplifying. And when you get a big pressure because you're facing something that is unexpected, you need something very simple to act fast.
And on this note, what is the one USP, the one differentiator? Is it the price because it's cheapest? Is it the size? Is it the fact that it's easy to use? The number one argument to sell?
I have two. Easy to use and cheap.
Perfect, thank you. I think I used to be a lifesaver in Australia as well, but yeah. And we have another one here, actually, Diane. Okay, so startup number 7, getting ready. How are we with the judging? Need more time? Easy and cheap. But, you have to add? With something special coming apparently.
Ah, sorry, it's in English, no French. Okay, nice.
This pitch is an immersive and interactive experience. For the next few minutes, I want you to enter the world of chronic care, not as judges, not as investors, but as someone living with a chronic disease. Please look carefully at the image on the first slide. When it disappears, close your eyes and imagine that you are this patient.
Good evening, my name is Swat, and before becoming the founder of Chronic Care, I was a patient. And this is my story.
October 30, 2017. I didn't know it yet, but this day became the first day of the rest of my life. I was 20 years old. In a hospital in Paris, a doctor told me, "You have lupus, and your kidneys are affected." From that moment, my life changed. Tests, treatments, hospitals, more tests, more doctors. in dialysis for 5 years. My medical data was everywhere, but my story was nowhere. And that day I understood something hard. You can be surrounded by doctors, by data, and still be seen too late.
This is why I create Chronic Care, because no patient should be seen too late. Between two appointments, I despair.
And this is not only my story, it is the story of millions of patients. A forgotten treatment, a changing weight, a growing fatigue, a worried family. Alone, these are small signals. Together, they tell a story. Today, the patient sees one part, the family sees one part, the doctor sees one part, but no one sees the full story. At the right time, the data exists, the story stays invisible. And often, when the system finally sees the patient, it is already too late.
So Chronic Care answers one simple question. Who need help first before it's too late?
Your patient becomes the signal. Every day, small actions matter. Add your weight, confirm your treatment, report a symptom, and we make it simple. We make it engaging. You complete missions, you earn points, you unlock rewards. But this is not a game for fun. In chronic disease, engagement is not a bonus. It is fuel. Every action becomes data. Every data becomes a signal. Every signal draws a story.
And this story helps us act before the crisis. Today, everyone sees one part of the story.
The patient feels it, the family sees it, the doctor treats it, the hospital manages the emergency. Chronic care connects everyone. One patient, one shared intelligence. For the patient, a simple experience. For the doctor, a clear summary. For the hospital, a list of patients at risk.
We do not replace doctors, we give them visibility before the crisis.
So where do we start? We start with lupus, a silent disease, hard to predict, sometimes dangerous. But lupus is only our starting point, not our limit. We are not starting from zero. 450 patients have already tested chronic care. Healthcare professionals support us in France and in Quebec. We have a functional prototype. Hospitals pay first because they need to know which patient to see first. Then we scale to pharmacies, insurers, and territories. Our team is built for this. A patient founder, medical experts, a tech team, and DMH in our ecosystem. Our advantage is simple. Daily patient actions become clinical signals. Clinical signals become priorities. I built the tool I needed to survive. Today, we build the system that helps millions of patients be seen before it is too late. Chronic care makes the invisible visible before the crisis.
So, if it goes touch you hard, take me to San Francisco while you and me, you promise you speak English because my English is very bad. But love Chronic Care. And see you in San Francisco, please. Désolée Pegasus, mais je vais devoir répondre des questions en français.
One question.
Peut-être, est-ce que tu peux nous parler de ton MVP, your MVP you have? What are the results of this?
I have a prototype and 450 patients l'ont déjà testé et approuvé. Et on continue à attirer de plus en plus de patients dans plusieurs pathologies, notamment le lupus, la drépanocytose et les maladies liées aux reins, donc néphro. Ce pitch, je l'ai fait de cette manière-là pour que vous puissiez rentrer dans la peau d'une patiente chronique, parce que c'est bien beau d'expliquer un projet, mais il faut comprendre la réalité. Et c'est la première image que vous avez vue. Elle est un peu modifiée, mais c'était moi aux urgences lorsqu'on m'avait annoncé ma maladie. Donc c'est l'expérience immersive et interactive. Et merci d'avoir participé, même si j'ai pas vu vraiment d'énergie. Que Dieu bénisse la France et Dieu bénisse la mairie. God save la mairie. Donc, next question. Ah, on a perdu du temps, mais c'est pas grave. Votez pour
Well
moi,
done.
ramenez la coupe à la maison.
All right. Thank you, Swad. Well done. Okay, and now I think we'll call Annie from Haptic. Do we have Annie? So welcome, Annie from Haptic.
Well, I'd like to start by sharing with you something very personal. I moved to France at the age of 12, and a year later, while I wasn't speaking a word of French, I became visually impaired. Back then, I was completely sure that academic excellence would open every door to me. And it's with my very first experience in the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs of France that I understood that for me, entering the job market also meant struggling with very awkward and sometimes distressing situations, such as the time I greeted an empty chair thinking it was an ambassador. Ridiculous. And also I had always like a knot in my stomach because I was afraid entering in a meeting room not to be able to find an empty chair just to sit down. So somehow not to be able to find my place. Well, this is exactly for me where technology must step in. And this is our mission. Our mission at Haptic is basically to develop a disruptive technology and provide innovative solution to visually impaired people. Because as you know, at the age of robots, AI, and other wonderful innovations, visually impaired people are still using traditional white stick that is like after World War II, it wasn't really changed. And basically, a stick is only telling the information that is ground level, while Haptic is offering to the user comprehensive spatial awareness to the whole surroundings. How it works concretely, there is a camera with sensors capturing the visual information. Then an AI is processing the images, translating them into depth map. So then I can feel like small tappings on my back, reproducing exactly the same shapes and distances of the objects that are in front of me. So for that, we are relying on what we call neuroplasticity. That is to say that the brain is able to understand those touch, to learn them, and to convert them into mental image. So where we are today Haptic is a startup mainly driven by 30 engineers and also backed by the whole low vision ecosystem, including the National Hospital for Ophthalmology and the biggest associations for visually impaired people. Well, all this backing, all this support is helping us today to prepare ourselves to market launch this year. But our ambitions are, of course, global, just like the struggles we want to face. Because just as an example, just in OECD, there is more than 3.4 million visually impaired people that need to gain independence, but also most of those people are unjustly excluded from job markets. That's why at Haptic we are convinced that technology for the future should be a technology that will serve justice and restore equality so that anyone with the same skills would be able to find its place in this world. So thank you.
Thanks very much for your speech. It was really great. One question, could you elaborate on your roadmap to understand what are the key remaining milestones before generating some revenue?
Yeah, of course. Before generating the roadmap is very, you can understand that the first steps would be just to still finish our tests. We are doing a lot of tests with the users, and then we want to the main things that will gonna be developed, like perfectionalized. Can I say that? Improved. It would be the conversational AI, which is also included in the clip. So you can converse, you can ask questions. It's already working, but this is, for example, something that is in our roadmap and that is gonna be more and more efficient, and also GPS and a lot of wonderful functionalities that we want to include. Thank you. Do you have other questions?
I have a question. How do you make revenue out of this? And then you mentioned there is 3.4 million people out of the OECD. How many of them can afford the product?
Yes, for the moment, as I said, as we are not yet in the market, we are not having a revenue. We are basically only funded by business angels. But what you said about the user, of course, our goal and mine as well, because I'm working on marketing and public affairs. So the finding finances for the final user is one of my main portfolio missions. So we try to we have connections with different institutions like MDPH here in France, or AGFIP for what is about the equipping people in their job places or others, so that the final user will not have pickpocket left expenses. So 0.
Thank you so much, Annie. Well done. Thank you so much for your pitch. Well done. Okay, number 9. A little bit of time. Here she is. Welcome on stage, Mary from Ability.
Hi everyone, so I'm Mary Deal McKinney. I'm the CEO of Ability. Ability is an XR solution for rehabilitation. Our objective is to make motivational rehabilitation accessible everywhere. So it all started when we met Leandre. Leandre was 15 when we met him, and he suffered from paralysis of half of his body due to a stroke he had when he was born. He told us about his daily struggles, but mainly about his rehabilitation process, which is very long, usually very repetitive exercises and painful exercises. So he didn't want to do it anymore, and that's something loads of people have during their rehabilitation process. Once you have a stroke, usually you start with going to the hospital, then to a rehabilitation center, and then you go home. When you're in the hospital and rehabilitation centers, you've got OTs, physios, doctors, everyone's doing everything for your rehabilitation process. But when you go home, it's a different story, because then you're on your own. You need to find a physio, an OT, doctors, people to gather around you. And that's really hard to do. And loads of patients have trouble finding a therapist to get their process rehabilitation done. So that ends up having loads of patients being depressed, as well as trying to find rehabilitation professionals to help them. So Leandre's not on his own, because every year in France, there's around 140,000 patients having a stroke. On a world scale, is 1 every 4 seconds. So during my small presentation, there's 60 people for whom their life completely changed. And it's for those people that we created Ability. So Ability is composed with an XR headset. It's a autonomous headset, so we can have it anywhere. That's the patient's tool. So The patient is able to put it on his face. There's hand tracking, so the patient will naturally interact with the environments. We recreate in games and environments where they naturally interact and give a meaning to the gesture. So you don't have this repetitive aspect, and also with VR, patients go further in the movement. So we've got better rehabilitation. That's for the patient. On the professional side, there's a web platform. They connect, choose the patient, different exercises they want for the session. The parameters really fitted for their patients in real time what they do, and then we also gather the data to follow the progress on the long run. The solution was made with OTs, physios, doctors in the hospitals, in the rehabilitation centers. So it's already there, and we've been building this in 2021. But this month is the first month where the solution is now available at home. So we're really happy that we're finally able to make it available to the patients so that they can do their sessions in the comfort of their home, and they can access therapy when they need it. Yeah, we've had loads of patients using it, and it's a number that keeps on going. We're not just post-stroke rehabilitation now. We've got 5 other clinical trials that are ongoing with different pathologies. We're a very technical team behind this, engineers, developers, so we are very lucky to team up with the Angers Hospital, University Hospital, Cospaster 2 in Troyes, and the Centre Jacques Calvé in Berck-sur-Mer, which is one of the biggest rehabilitation centers. So that gives us loads of feedback, and that's how we built a solution that's correct for the patient's home. We're in Strasbourg. It's a very international city and very focused on health also. Right now, what we need is funding to continue our developments, and mainly to make it available in different markets, because we already have these 2 tools that are available. Oh, sorry. Do you want me to finish quickly? Okay. So we're already available in France and Belgium. Want to make it available in EU. Also, Canada has been asking quite a lot. And it's mainly visibility, because we need every patient, every physician to know that the solution exists. Right. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions.
Thanks for the pitch. Easy question. How much does it cost?
So there's 2 solutions. There's buying or renting the solution. Buying is around 9,000 euros, and then there's a yearly contract because we develop new apps. And renting is 275 euros per month. So that's the headset and all of the apps.
And who should pay for that? The hospitals or the patient?
So right now, for the solution is that hospitals and rehabilitation centers, they buy it usually. Private practices would rent it. And we've had our first client, patient client, and it's the client who's paying in this case. The patient, sorry. So we are looking for reimbursement, but it's a long way in France. That's also why we're going on new markets, because we see like the Netherlands, Germany, they're further in reimbursement or being okay paying for their own soins. Voilà, je l'ai pas. Needs? Yeah, merci.
Can you say a few words on the competition?
Yeah, sure. So I did have a slide on this. Okay, oh sorry. We've got 3 competitors in France, which is quite surprising. That's the highest density. And then, but then focus on different pathologies and don't have the tech that we have. And then there's a good competitor in Germany too, and also in the US. We've seen some, but we don't. No one does the home version like we do, and we've got AR when they don't have it. So it really makes a difference on the treatment.
Thanks very much for the pitch. A quick question. Usually the healthcare innovations may face some long sales cycles. How do you manage actually to cut it short?
Yeah. So we diversify who's the client. We're in the hospitals and rehabilitation centers, it can take from 6 months to 2 years. So that's very long. But the physios in town, they go a lot faster. So we go on both segments so that we can diversify.
Well done. Okay, and number 10, last but not least, Nicolas. Nicolas, welcome on stage.
Hi everyone. You hear me? Okay. In a few minutes, when you leave this speech, you will ask ChatGPT where to find a restaurant. ChatGPT will answer a few places, but the owners of those places don't know what happened. They don't know if they're recommended or skipped, and there's no way to influence the results. Google Business Profile was the battlefield, but now AI is a new play. Now AI recommends the place where the best data structured, the more trusted conference. And this is where we are coming. We are the Cusplace Local Profile, the AI native platform built for an LLM technology. We work with brand network, retail chains, and franchise group. For them, we do three things. One, we centralize every review, every platform across the world. Second, our AI platform technology answer to every customer feedback. And three, and that is where we change the game, we take every signal across the world. We take every reviews, every signal from Google Maps, and we create one dedicated AI optimized page per location, generated automatically at the massive scales. The market is very huge. It's converting too many forces. One, it's $2 billion with the online marketing reputation. The second is AI in marketing is $80 billion. As Salesforce creates a building CRM infrastructure, as HubSpot creates inbound marketing infrastructure, we are building an AI infrastructure. I'm not here to sell you a vision. I'm here because it's already working. We have already at scale, running at scale. We have already cited by AI engine. We have already successful with Fnac Darty Optical Center in 7 countries, EDF, Vinci, and for very sure in 18 countries. We have already, after 8 months, 100,000 MMR for all the recommendation, and it's growing very fast, crushing our business plan. When you leave this room, you will ask ChatGPT where to eat. And now we have the recommendation for this platform. We worked with all together, and now we are building an AI native platform to drive traffic into the human reality. Thank you very much.
We are seeing many competitors in the space, companies like Profound, PKI, Whiteshape, so many. How do you exactly compete? How do you exactly beat them in the sense that there is so many millions already, and also how do you stay long term when the technology? I don't know if it's what's the most basically.
We can compare to the Google Business Profile. There is hundreds of thousand millions profile, and there is no GEO page for AI engine. So the market is very huge. We are growing very fast, and we are part of the marketing digital on AI. So I think in 1 year will be double with 3 millions. We are bootstrapping actually. So we are only 25 with the strong competitors, and we are 21 employees with a very strong engineering and a track record.
Yes. Maybe, yeah. When did you create your company? What's the story of a company? When did it start?
It started 2 years ago when we saw that the AI is new recommendations. So we saw that the Google business profile are not scrapped by the AI engine, ChatGPT, Perplexity. So we have set up this new page, AI page, in 2 years ago.
For the pitch, can you tell us a bit more about the team to understand, for example, who will be in charge of the business development, for example? I mean, yourself, are you an engineer? I mean, just to understand the strengths of the team.
Yeah, I'm CEO. I'm not. We have a head of sales. We have two salesperson with a strong experience in SaaS company, and we have, as I said, 10 engineers. We have a track record on Salesforce and other companies. So I'm the leader holder, but we have 20 people, and most of them have a strong history in the SaaS company.
Thank you very much. Okay, so that was the last pitch for the official competition. We'll all invite you now to scan. So you can only pick one, but as I mentioned, you'll have the chance as well to leave some feedback for some of the founders, and that's our mission to help them grow, improve their pitch, or actually, congratulate them for. Huh? There is no internet. Okay. All right. So we'll put it up then. Hopefully there'll be internet upstairs or somewhere in Paris in 2026. Come on. All right, but a big round of applause for all the founders. We'll now leave the room. Let the judges do what they have to do. I think Martin, you'll supervise all this to make sure there is no corruption. Everything, stay very fair and square. No. Trump is not calling you to influence the decision. He can't hear. There is no internet anyway, so no WhatsApp. Okay, fantastic. So let's all go upstairs, have some refreshment, and let the judge do their things. I think someone from my team will come and consolidate. Yeah, that would make things much easier if you can. Okay. On va. Bien vu. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, let's go upstairs. Can you hear anything? Yes. Okay. So make sure you vote. You put your vote in for the public choice. Okay. Mathieu, do you want to say a few words before we start? You okay? A long day, yeah, a long day, of course, but it's not finished. We have a little bit of suspense. There has been a good long deliberation, like we love them when it's a bit tight, and we had a good lineup. So first, I want to really thank all the startups, all the founders today who've put their best effort, best pitch in. Thank you very much. Well done. Takes a lot of courage, And I'm sure you'll all have, learned something today, whatever that is, something you'll do differently and better next time. So basically, as we wait a little bit, maybe I call Isor from Initiative. Isor will say a few words. She became the pitch queen. You actually got to see her in Martin's video from last year. She was representing France. She won the Aix-en-Provence edition last year, Initiative, on the big stage. So just a little bit of, tell us a little bit about your journey between Aix-en-Provence and today, through San Francisco, but actually, how are you doing with Initiative?
Hi everybody. I hope I'll be a little bit useful for all of you startups and try to give you some clarity on the journey. We were quite young when we did the Aix-en-Provence competition. I think it was probably the worst day of my business career. I had a terrible client event. I was crying 5 minutes. I got on stage, and I was very surprised, frankly, that we won, but we were very grateful. And the journey then going to San Francisco was very eye-opening, because you have to put yourself at scale. So you start trying to talk with your team, talking with your business partners, with your design partners, and getting sparring also as well from guys who are trying to put you to that level of the stage that you're going to be on. It's not really important to win or to lose, really. It's just to see exactly how San Francisco lives and breathes. It is another ecosystem. It goes at a different scale that we have to in France, but we need to import that back. I'm happy to say that a year later now we're closing our seed round oversubscribed, 3 times oversubscribed actually. So yay! But always remember that there are different kinds of maturities to every single stage that you're in your startup. I would just say be resilient, be brave, have hearts, and it'll be okay.
So thank you so much. Very inspiring. And hop. No, of course. We can. On peut changer de slide. Je sais pas. Vous êtes pas branché là-dessus, si? Ok, nickel. Ok. Non. Ouais, tu peux avancer d'un, s'il te plaît. Je sais pas si vous n'êtes peut-être pas branché sur le bon ordi ou... Voilà. Ok, so who else do we have? So firstly, I really wanted to thank again Le Village by CA for their great space. Maybe Sophie or Emmanuel, I think they had a little bit of a surprise for all our finalists to welcome them back. Yeah, you can.
I think we had a slide on this one, but if not, no worries. Thank you again for being here. Thanks for the pitches. It was like high level, and thanks all of you, even for those who won't make it to San Francisco. It was like very, like, I mean, I'm still a bit like feeling, wow, what they do. They are so devoted to their businesses, to their solutions. So thanks again for this energy and for these vibes that you gave us tonight. We want to keep on supporting you, all of you, the 10 of you. So we will be happy to offer you free access to our weekly masterclasses that we give here at the Le Village. We gathered with us heads of from startups, scale-ups, unicorns, and also from director from investment funds, and they will share with you what they see working as developments and scaling schemes. So please, if you are interested, come to see me afterwards, and I will tell you how we can arrange that. So that's for all of you. And for the winner, whom it is, I think we don't know it now. No, okay. For the winner, you will have, we will offer you a 50% discount off this first 6 months on our acceleration program for you. Where we have, so you'll have these masterclasses, but on top of that, you'll have a venture sparring partner dedicated for you to help you grow your business, like would be a double eye on what you do well, what you do not so well, and how to help you improve with that. You will have access to our, to have an office here in the building, access to our network of corporate partners, investors, the group Crédit Agricole, so the bankers, senior bankers. So for the winner, we don't know yet who it is. Please come and see me afterwards, and we will be happy to host you in the Village by Sia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, I think we forgot to also thank all the judges. Huh? So we had 9 judges. That was probably the biggest jury we've ever had. I don't know how many you have for the grand finale, but I think it's 6 or 7. So, you know, that was very tough to coordinate. So very thanks to all our judges. Very thanks to the chairman, Olivier, and to Martin. Okay, so remember we had our 10 startup. You all are winners. Basically, yeah, so we talked a little bit about the the prizes from Le Village. I got the chance to actually come to a few of the master classes, and I must say, like, every time I really learned something from top experts. And the newsletter from Emmanuel as well, the Mayor. Every Monday, I read them. Actually, I read them. That's one of the only newsletter I read. Always learn something, and this space is quite amazing. So when you are in Paris, make sure you stop by. Okay, so we're gonna do things a bit differently because I don't know yet the People's Choice Award. That's all of you who voted. But first, I will call so Angela and the team from Women at Artifact, because we've got a couple of special guests today, including the Moroccan winner, the first Moroccan winner of the Women at Artifact Award. Here they are, and we really wanted to make sure you got a chance to actually, meet those beautiful ladies and, get your photo on stage. And so, yeah, you want to say first few words maybe about women in tech?
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Leo, for having us. My name is Angela Nazer. I'm the director of Women in Tech France chapter. Women in Tech, it's the biggest NGO in the world. We are 1,800,000 members in the world. We are right now in 78 countries, and our mission is to empower 5 million girls and women by 2030. We crossed this number because we already empower 55 million girls and women in the world. And thank you. And Women in Tech France is launched 2 years ago, and in 2 years we are now the second community in the world after USA, the first one in Europe, and the most influencer. We are now the reference of hackathon in France. Because of us, there is last year we signed 137 CDI because for France, and raised more than 7 million for the startup. And we also, can I talk about our award? Yeah. Women Tech is divided in 7 regions. Each region have their awards, and right now you can apply to all the awards. We have seven regions, and the winners came to Paris. 2 years ago, we organized the Global Awards in l'Assemblée nationale, French Assembly, last year in Sénat. So it's huge, and I'm finished. We created another thing. It's called Tech Diplomacy Global Institute, and I invite you all for our second edition. It's on 2 of July at UNESCO, and I think it's very interesting and important for all of you because you can catch up with the tech diplomat and startup to all over the world. Thank you.
So now I would like to call the founding team of MamaBox from Morocco, visiting for VivaTech. So we had exactly 2 weeks ago at the Techno Park in Casablanca. So please come on stage. Very well done. You want to say a few words, Fatine, about what MamaBox does?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't speak English very well, but I will explain what's MamaBox. MamaBox is a Moroccan startup founded about 3 women, 3 moms, and 3 pharmacists. And we see that the moms, when they have a baby or where they are pregnant, they have a lot of doubts, and they don't have the good information, or they don't have information, they are isolated, or they have too many information. All people have some ideas to give her, and someone sometimes is not the good information. So we develop an AI who in WhatsApp who have the good information. We put the information about Ministry of Health of Morocco, and with Organization Mondial of Health, and we program our AI for be a kind mom too, and who have the good information and who have the good context. Moroccan mom have some particularity. We have some tradition, a lot of tradition, a lot of things who our both have to know for be the best friend of our moms who we support. And she can do the mama bot can answer in vocal, in Amazigh, in Darija, who is the Moroccan language, and in French too, and in English, and we try it in China, and in Mandarin too, and in Mandarin too, help moms, and moms like a lot our concept, and so we are very happy for that. And for moms who can use an app, we have developed with our Orange, who support us. We develop an app web who can help personalized mom. We give her information about if she have 3 months of pregnancy or 9 months, and if she have a baby who have 1 day or a baby who have 1 year. It's not the same a fever when your baby have 1 day or when he have 1 year. So we want to support her every time. And I finish now, I'm sorry, but it's very important. We don't give any medical advice. We are pharmacists, and we know that any medical case, have to go to doctor. And when we note it's an emergency, we say you have to go to emergency, and when it's not an emergency, she can appoint with our app or do teleconsultation, and it's the unique thing the mom pay. All the other services are free for mom, but we are a startup and we win money because we have advisory of products, soap, diapers, and products for mom and for babies. And we choose with a very conscientious process, and we support mom with this.
Thank you. Well done, Mama Box. And your English is very good. Well done, well done. So I can see good synergies. I think we had someone from there could be some good synergies. Okay, and so tell us who won this year. What?
So the winner is Bubble Health. Thank you. Attends, I have my team crying. So, thank you very much. It means a lot. I have some emotion because I'm seeing you crying. So, I hope that you loved the pitch when I was pitching before. Some a prize this afternoon in VivaTech. So we had 3 pitch and we won this morning too. In VivaTech, we have. If you want to come visit us tomorrow or Saturday, you can see us at École Polytechnique booth in VivaTech. So really proud to have this team without whom I would not be here. So I think the mission for us is really to be, I don't know if you understood very well what I said, but the mission for us is to make accessible, as you have seen in Moroccan, we have been talking, accessible like a temperature, any health, let's say, metrics that you may need as a mother. We are all, for the parents that are with me in my team, and all parents, when I talk to them, they tell you all the time, the 40 degrees for my baby between 0 to 1, I have it at 2 o'clock in the morning. And the first thing that I do is I go to emergency. I would do the same. I'm a pharmacist. I did the first company. I exited. This is my second company. And I tell you, this is really worldwide. And when you see, we went to South Africa, and there is one pediatrician for 100,000 babies. It's impossible to have these visits. They take months, and if you have at home, at least you talk to your pediatrician. You tell him, here are the vitals that I am getting. Is it normal? You will be secured. You don't need to rush to the hospital. Less congestion for the workload of the hospital. And when we talked with hospital, because obviously we took the hard road, we took the road of the hospital. We want clinical data. We want clinical performance in order to secure. When you talk to a hospital, they tell you it's a lot of workload with the connected devices. So everybody's happy. We thank you for this visibility, for this award, and see you soon.
Well done, man. It's great to see the passion, huh? Mothers are so passionate, so very well done. Okay, so no, I got the results for the People's Choice Award. Sophie, do you want to give the People's Choice Award with me? Okay, so you all voted. You all gave feedback. Thank you very much. We'll analyze the feedback with your friend Le Chat or Claude. But you all voted, and today we've got a winner, and that's
Sparta Medical.
Sparta Medical People's Choice Award. Congratulations. And Viva Technology is presenting this award, so you will get a startup pass for 2027, because I'm assuming you're already at VivaTech, so you will be back next year at VivaTech.
Thank you for your confidence. I hope that we will be able to deliver what we promise. Thank you.
Keep fighting. Well done, Ian. Okay, so now we're getting even closer. So we've put some great bundle price. So InnoTalent is one of our company in France here, helping companies build great team. And we'll provide a dream team workshop. Basically, it's helping the founders to understand better their personality, their soft skills, and what they miss in the team, and basically put together a hiring roadmap. We also have France Digital as a partner, providing 2 tickets for the FD Days in September, big event for the digital community in France. And Le Village, obviously, giving you a 50% discount for the first 6 months of your acceleration program. Okay, so I get the chance to actually call C-Aptic. C-Aptic, Hani, welcome. Welcome. Well done for your impressive pitch and your impressive mission. Very inspiring. Very inspiring.
Thank you for your trust. That's very nice of you. I was really pleased and very excited to present you C-Haptic, and it's such a pleasure and joy that you offered me today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck, and to your great team as well. I think you've got an amazing team. Well done. We'll be on your side. We'll definitely follow you. So can't wait to sit with you and organize that Dream Team workshop. Okay, so now, Mathieu, you're going to do some work. Come on. Deal, one of our strategic partners for years now, and trusting us for quite a while in France. And today is actually pretty exciting because they're launching a new product that the second, the runner-up and maybe the winner will actually have the joy to enjoy. So first, tell us a few words about Deal, even if you're not too exhausted with VivaTech, and two, what this US startup pack.
Yes, thanks, Leo. Yeah, I've been pitching the whole day, that's why. So Deal, it's a French founder. His name is Alex. He built the company 7 years ago in the US. He did YC Combinator. And after that, today we are like almost 7,000 employees after 6 years. We are one of the best growth startups before Notion and Slack. We are making 1 billion ARR, and we're gonna go IPO soon. I cannot tell you the date, but it's gonna be pretty soon. And it's we are building a software for HR and global payroll. So our goal is to be able to help you guys scale faster in order to go abroad and be on new markets. And yeah, that's why. And I created this bundle. The goal here is to have a US startup pack because, as you know, US is very complicated in terms of regulation. And we try to give you as much as tool as you can have in order to be successful on this market.
Thank you. Attends, and the winner or the runner-up, the second place goes to
Concrete. Well done, Henry. You did a very good speech.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all the judges, all the pitches also, very great startups. And thank you, Le Village by CA, for hosting this event. And keep going international because I think we have great French startups. Good luck to the first one.
Great. Thanks.
Very well done, Henri. Very impressive pitch. And for someone who is not from the construction industry, your knowledge is pretty impressive. Huh? Okay. So now, Martin, you'll be back on stage, huh? Yes. This one is not as heavy as the one you have in San Francisco. The one in San Francisco like wouldn't fit here. Actually, the winner can't carry it. Like, huh? But this one is quite handy. I would sit next on your desk, I suppose. Huh? Okay, so maybe I call Pauline as well. Yeah. Because we've got few prizes for the winner. Pauline, do you have your... Here it is. Okay. Well, yes. Okay, so... Yeah? No, but I think... Are we all ready? We're getting some excitement in the room for the winner who's gonna represent Paris in San Francisco. So, Martin, who's the winner?
Fair Patterns.
Well done, Fair Patterns. Congratulations. Here she is. Well done. Well done. Well done. Come on. You want to say a few words, Marie? Should we carry your...
Well, thank you so much. This is such an encouragement. You know, when I started this as an R&D project 3 years ago, really no one believed it. And I think there's a strong momentum this year. Something has changed. And my message is also to all of you, like each of you can do something to reclaim their agency online. It doesn't have to be manipulative by design. It's also for all of us. So yeah, that's really what I want to say. Beyond competitions, beyond, you know, anything else. And congrats to all the amazing startups and great competition. Thank you.
Bravo. Huh? So Pauline, well done for your speech. So will you be on the plane with us? Early November.
Congratulations. I'll try to be on the flight. I hope you have a good time, and I want to hear about it afterwards. Thank you.
Definitely. So no, like for all the startup founder in the room, if you want to be on the plane actually with Marie and I, you can still apply. And maybe, I don't know, Estelle, should I talk about it? So you can still apply for the edition in Aix-en-Provence, but we're closing the application just after VivaTech. So hopefully your pitch deck is ready. Tell us about what's happening in Aix-en-Provence.
Hi.
So hello, can I have? Thank you. Up. Ah. Oh. Oh. Il y a un petit souci. Ah, okay. Perfect. So sorry. So yes, we have an event for on the 1st July. So it's very soon. So it's a 3-in-1 event. So we have the first one, which is VC Connects. So it's an event to connect VC with startups. So it's a 1-to-1 session. So for the moment, we have, for example, funds like Capagro, FDJ Venture. We also have, oh my God, I said it so many times today, so I don't remember. Paris Business Angels, they'll be back, yes, of course. We have Small Capital and etc. Also, we have the Aix-en-Provence Startup World Cup. so it's the same format. And we do it with the Rencontre Économique, so it's in partnership, and we do the opening of the ceremony of the Rencontre Économique. So if you want to candidate, you can do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So now, if you are, you can keep networking, congratulate, take picture with our winners, with our amazing founders. And for those of you with the orange bracelet, you can, enjoy the rooftop, go on the last floor. Ouais. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us, and see you very soon.